How's it going, guys? So, the last video, I was gonna do the handle this time. So I went and progressed through some of the grits here. It is far from a perfect finish, but it got to the point where I started seeing some really deep marks, and just figured I know what it's going to be used for more than likely, so no point in going for a mirror polish or anything like that. Plus, it's my first one. I did see how to get some of the scratches out, so that was kind of a nice learning experience. But as you can see, maybe hopefully the light's good enough for you. You can see some of the scratch marks. Plus, it started getting a little dangerous trying to just polish this out. I actually ran my finger down the edge of the blade while I was sanding and didn't realize that I had gotten it sharp down here. Like, this much of the blade is actually pretty sharp. I can chop wood with it at this point, I'm pretty sure. And then as it gets up here, just this little bit doesn't really have an edge yet. So I will be able to sharpen this pretty good. But this video is about the handle. So if you remember from some of my older videos, my dad gave me some ironwood. So I already went ahead and cut some down and flattened them the best I could on my belt grinder. So there's not really much of a gap there. The thing is, this stuff is so hard that belt grinder does not want to take any of the wood off. So it will be a pain when I get to shaping the handle, but that will be a later me problem because I kind of want to get some more stuff done before I run out of time in the garage. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys into the drill press, and I will go over what I'm going to do to get these locked up on the blade itself. So guys, we're here at the drill press and we got this set up. So essentially what I'm going to do is make sure that I got enough wood up on the handle there where I want it, so I can have room to take away. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it this way, and I only want like maybe a 1/4 of an inch. So now that this is set up like this, if I would quit hitting my belt grinder, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's good. It does look good. And then I will clamp this. Bear with me, I didn't think this through. There we go. And there we go. So now that that's clamped, I'm going to go ahead and plug in my drill press. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and test this. There we go. All right. See, now I got my hole there. And there's a couple different ways that you can do this. You can, if you have more than one drill bit, you can set another drill bit in here and then move it over and drill the next hole, which I don't know. Yeah, it'll be faster to do it that way than it would be any other way. The other way would be able to cut your pin stock or that you're going to mount this with, and then go ahead and put that straight through and then use that to hold it. So essentially take it like this, take drill bit, man, I am having a bad luck. There we go. So now that's where it needs to be. And turn this back on. And there we go. So that's essentially all there is to it. So now I have two perfectly enough drilled holes to mount this up. Now, all I'm going to do is, I know these two are the flat mating surfaces because I sanded them flat already. I'm going to go ahead and take these two, square them up kind of because they're not exactly square as is, reclamp them. And that'll give me two nice mating surfaces with holes. This outside bulge here, that will be fine. I have a lot of excess material to get rid of, so that's not going to really affect anything. I'm going to go ahead and do that for the last hole. Insert the pin, yada yada, fun stuff. And I'll bring you guys back in when I start showing the shaping part. So, now I already have part of a general outline here. This was from before I flattened it. But, so, now that I got those holes, I'm going to go ahead and take this, like that, insert this drill bit, put this kind of where I want it. Oh, I think I did this backwards. I did. So my original sketch, if I'd have been paying attention, it would have been a little bit faster there. Instead, I had to be a goof and do it completely backwards. Alright, now since I'm still lazy and I haven't cut my pin stock yet, I have to get my stock of drill bits. See, it's nice and tight. And you can use a scribe if you want, or a Sharpie. You just go like this, bloop. Go around this side. That gives you a general outline. So that works out pretty well. It would look a lot better if I didn't goof, because now what happens if I accidentally follow that line while I'm doing stuff? It's kind of, it is what it is when I get there type of thing. But now I can go like this. And if I had a bandsaw, I could cut this out. I don't. I have nothing to just cut this, except for a saw I don't want to use. A jigsaw would be nice, but I don't have one of those either. I just have, well, you guys get to see me dumb in real time. What are these guys? This is all I got. What is this called? It's a DeWalt. I cannot remember for the life of me what that thing is called right now. But trying to do that would be really, really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my grinder, profile this out, get this one to match, and then when I get ready to mount them, I will bring you guys back. Alright guys, So we're to the glue up part. So essentially I got some paper towel and I put a bunch of alcohol, just plain stuff that you can get, you know, where Meyer, yay Meyer. The alcohol pretty much makes so none of the grease from your hands or anything like that makes it onto anything. Now, I don't have any rubber gloves or nothing like that, so essentially a little bit of my grease off my hands that are going to end up on the pins, or it's just going to have to be a thing. As you can tell, I shaped the handles a little bit, got the front sanded a little, so these are pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to line them, figure out where I'm going to put stuff. That way I'm not in a rush. So I'm going to flip this one, pick it up, put it on that one after everything's gooped. So I'm just using Gorilla Glue, 5-minute epoxy. So I'm going to get something. Never prepared, I don't think. I don't think I'm ever prepared. There we go. So it's always nice to have a bunch of garbage just laying around your workspace, you know. But go ahead and push out some of this epoxy. And it comes with this little plasticky piece, so you can pull this tube back a little bit, then put this right over the end, stops it from drying out, you hope. You take this little toothpick, or not toothpick, this popsicle stick, there we go. Seeing as I mix it, it starts to turn into like a weird creamy color. I want to make sure it's really stirred up. Stuff smells like rubber cement. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by putting just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. There we go. Go ahead and do a lot of little bit again. Get that settled up. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this, decent amount of it. Make sure I get a little bit on everywhere here. Anybody else who does this stuff, is there a better smelling epoxy? Because this stuff stinks. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and scoop everything I can get. I'm going to have to mix more epoxy. That's already starting to get sticky. I'm going to have to hurry up and mix up some more. By the way, I'm spilling this stuff all over my fingers. I'm going to glue myself to the camera, I'm pretty sure. Alright, hurry up, pick up this. Mix this up. This is mixed enough. I'm pretty much trying to fill in these holes I drilled. And the reason why is because it'll help out with it sticking to everything. Well, sticking for forever instead of just a little bit. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Go ahead and flip this over. Of course, it's not going to go right in. Never do this to a drill bit. Just want to make sure it's even. It's even enough. Got clamps. There we go, now it's squishing. But you don't want to squish it too hard. So if you squish it too hard, all the glue will come out and then nothing will have stuck. Hopefully you guys can see that. Go ahead and take this alcohol covered towel and try to get most of this excess epoxy off there. Especially out in front of the blade there. See where it oozed out here. Oh yeah, I just doused myself in glue. Fantastic. Alright. I think I got plenty of alcohol out here. I can clean myself off. Oh great, it's all over the blade too. And knocking over the camera. Well, anyway, I'm going to finish wiping off all this excess glue and I'll bring you guys back when it's closer to finished. Alright guys, so I did some more shaping, so now it's kind of got a little bit more of a grip to it. Still got to get some of the more refined, get rid of some of these hard edges, but overall this handle's turning out pretty good. But I was doing this, I was going to bring it to you guys when most of the sanding or all the sanding was done, but I had a thought and decided I was going to share it. So I got this little 2x42 belt grinder here, and it doesn't have any of the fancy like platens or contact wheels or anything like that up here that you can use like a lot of the big knife grinders and stuff have, and a lot of the high-end knife makers, all their stuff has all them attachments. So I kind of thought I wasn't going to get a very nice one unless I get a lot of hand tools or I spend the money on a better grinder. But then I started looking and I was like, so there's a wheel here, so I wonder if that's going to do what I need it to. So that's where I got a lot of these shapes from. And you got to be a lot more careful when you're going in and you're rounding some of these off and getting in and doing some of these deep curves here that fit your hand a little bit better. But I wanted to share that. Like, this is a cheaper grinder. It was like on sale for I can't remember what I said. Oh, it was just barely above $200. But use what you got to get what you need. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this out. After this is sanded, this is 400 grit. I'm going to use this to get rid of some of the gouges and stuff. And try really hard not to burn any of the wood. I was thinking about doing a charred handle, which I might do that. I might char this a little bit first and then do it. But I got to make sure I don't get the epoxy too hot because then it'll let go. But at the end of this video, so not that long for now for you guys, but I'm going to show you guys essentially the finished product and yeah, go over my thoughts of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to this, and then I'll come back to you guys when this is all done. So that's it for this video, guys, and I'm pretty much done with it. I'm going to go back and fix some of the really dumb things, I guess, before I do like a chop test. One of which, if you're going to char a handle, char it before you put epoxy on it. Like, this handle was so freaking tight and good, and now I got a couple gaps from where the epoxy let go. So it still feels good. It's still going to work just fine for now. I might go through and fix the handle, but I had a really good fit up. Couldn't see any error between it, and I went and messed it up. That's one big thing I guess I would take away from this entire project, is that pay attention to what you did, not just what you're doing. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I had hand sanded this in this direction, and I totally forgot, didn't even think about it, and I remembered I smoothed out the bevels, gave it a convex grind all the way down, and thought that I went to the platen on my grinder, or without the platen there, and I thought I finished it going sideways. So as soon as I was like, yep, I'm going to go ahead and bring it to an edge, and I'm just going to bring it to, just do a single bevel instead of a double bevel, and went in and started grinding, and as soon as I tipped it, I realized I'd messed up because there was high spots, low spots. It didn't look even anymore. So, I mean, it was a real bummer. It looked a lot better. So I'm going to go through and fix that. Maybe. And apparently, from putting some heat to this handle, it cracked. So, I'm making another one. It's going to happen. Might be my next set of videos again. It's a redemption on this one. I mean, it does feel good. It does feel like it's going to be really good at chopping stuff. It's going to be good as a draw knife. I didn't think about it, but when I hold it like this, the loop is straight towards me, so it would be very good for that. I learned a lot about grinding the handle. This does, I mean, I'm not losing this, and I don't feel like I'm going to slide up. I don't feel like it's going to slide out, so if you're really chopping at stuff, it should be alright. Just left a lot to be desired for sure. Especially the last 15 minutes I was working on it just totally changed my opinion on this. Like, well, I guess really didn't change it. I still like it. It's still going to make a nice gift. I just got to redo some things. I'm not even sure if I'm going to sand this, to be honest, because it's got a slight edge on it now. I am going to sharpen it more, though. But thanks for following along. Hopefully I'm getting this in the camera right. I did end up with the char handle, then used a little bit of linseed oil. It does the job. Hopefully next time I can use a different kind of wood or maybe finish it a little bit different. But I'm rambling because I'm slightly bummed, but at the same time kind of excited. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Hopefully my next video I'll be making something way better. But I do think I'm going to make another one of these, if not right away, within a little bit. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. There's one last peek at her. So, thank you.